And in this new normal, a changing economy means new opportunities, especially for delivery services. Now, you've probably seen these services through apps like Instacart or Grubhub. But for many U.S. shoppers, the coronavirus pandemic was a push they needed to stock their pantries by browsing online instead of aisles. So I introduce you to these personal shoppers and the people making sure you can still be fed even though restaurants may be closed, and why you shouldn't sacrifice your health to do so. Only about 3 to 4% of grocery spending in the U.S. was online before the pandemic, but that has since surged to 10 to 15% according to research consulting firm Bain & Company. Brick-and-mortar grocery stores, which, unlike restaurants, have been deemed essential by state officials, are seeking to keep up with demand as well.
Once everything got to a point to where everybody was ordering groceries, it definitely changed. You would see no less than 5 batches available all the time, and all you had to do is refresh your phone, and all of a sudden there'd be 5 more.
All right, so that's an indication that more people are driving for the app, right?
Oh, yes. I think that plays into part of it. Is they've definitely had a lot more drivers that have recently signed up, and whether it's because they're out of work and they're looking for, some way to still make income.
But with the increasing demand, a decrease in supplies from these stores, and that's something that Gwen Jones knows all too well.
But there's definitely a lack of supplies out there, and sometimes it's not even just your basics like toilet paper and things like that, but I just recently had one where somebody wanted a specific sparkling water type thing.
Hygiene is another reason people choose to utilize these personal shoppers. But can you really be certain that your order is safe? Gwen says that the company she drives for, Instacart, does a good job in making sure that the order is as sanitary as possible.
They've told us too that they are going to start implementing like a wellness check when you first log in the morning. It's going to ask, hey, how are you feeling today? Or, is today a good day for you to shop? And they are recommending, take your temperature, use your face masks. They've implemented contactless delivery. It used to be, you would knock on the door and wait for someone to answer. Now they have the option, leave it at my door.
But as the number of days spent at home adds up, health experts say so can your weight. Jonathan Palacio, owner of the meal prep service in Yuma, has been operating for 6 years and specializes in healthy meals. But with everything going on, he knows locals need it now more than ever.
Cut that in half and take it to the client where they could pick it up for a moderate price and still get the nutritional value that we're trying to provide in the restaurant.
So before this pandemic and now, have you seen a rise in the number of orders that you've been receiving?
Definitely. I feel like now more than ever, people are taking their health a little bit more serious.
Right, and especially because Yuma is such a huge agricultural community, it's really just putting forward and highlighting the produce that we can offer, right?
I've always been able to get certain produce without a problem.
Okay.
For me, it's not a problem, but since I am lucky enough to being blessed with all these vegetables, I want to make it readily available to the public.
And always striving to set records for himself, on average, the amount of orders in a given week are in the hundreds.
One week we did 6 just because we had to do a private for one of my premium clients. So I would say 600 plus.
But as busy as he gets, his motto, "Don't sleep," is a good reminder to take advantage of his weekly offerings, as it always changes depending on what's available. Right. And so for a person who, say, has been laid off from his or her job, would you recommend driving for these types of services just to get something going as far as income goes?
Absolutely. It's something that my family picked up. My husband drives as well. My brother-in-law drives too. It's something we picked up to add income previously, and then through this it helped a lot. My husband and I are both self-employed in general, but his work has slowed down significantly just because people are focusing on other things as far as their money goes. And
even though shopping right now can be hectic, Gwen tries to see it in a different way.
So I'm a complete dork. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt when you go in there because, you get so used to the staples that you keep in your own home, the products you keep in your own house, and you see something on it that you've never even seen in the grocery store. And so it's neat to go try to find it. And it gives me ideas for meals all the time. So I'll go buy somebody's dinner, their groceries for their dinner. And I'm like, well, I know what we're making tonight too then. So I'll go back to the store and get it for myself too.
Local produce picked by local shoppers.
Well, that and it's local drivers. I think sometimes people do forget that these aren't, random people sent in from nowhere to deliver your stuff. They're your neighbors who are trying to, help support their family and help you out by delivering your groceries too.
And they're like, you really changed the way I live my life, the way I'm eating. Whether you stay with us or not, I mean, that's not what we want. We want to be able to make you a better and knowledgeable person of what you're putting into your body. So those little stories that I get, a month out, 2 months out, those are the things that I enjoy about my job the most. Other than cooking, I mean, passion. I have a passion for cooking.
So as we all get situated in this new normal, know that there are options and there is no need to panic. There will always be someone there to fulfill that demand. Gabe Salazar, News 11.